Welcome to Action Hound Media, the site and channel all about action. Life's boring, gets more action until you like. This week is a good one. We are going to be talking about cattle mutilations. Very interesting subject for me. I'm wondering all about cattle mutilations, so that is the topic this week, and we're going to dive deep into this one. Cattle mutilations are a phenomenon where livestock, usually cows, are found dead with unusual injuries and body parts removed in precise or unexplained manners. The topic has fueled speculation for decades, but here are the main theories, both conventional and fringe, that try to explain it. One of the big explanations for cattle mutilations are natural predation and scavengers. Scavengers like coyotes, foxes, vultures, and insects tend to target soft tissue first, like the eyes, tongues, udders, and genitals, before the other parts get consumed. So sometimes we see these cattle mutilations and those parts are already gone, but like predators are going for those spots first on the body. After death, skin can contract, tear, or decompose in ways that look surgical but are actually natural processes. There's also decomposition effects. Bloating from gases post-death can cause blood to pool or exit through orifices, making it seem like the body was drained. Bacteria can create patterns or smells mistaken for chemical alterations. There's also environmental factors. Sun exposure, temperature, and desiccation can cause sharp skin retraction, which can resemble surgical incisions. There's also livestock disease and mismanagement. Some cattle die of disease or stress and are later scavenged before discovery, making it look like a cattle mutilation. Some blame cattle mutilations for cult or ritual activity. In rare cases, law enforcement have suspected cult activity, but there's no real consistent evidence of that. But there could be some satanic cults out there that are mutilating cows. And of course, we could always count on pranks or hoaxes for the reason of these mutilations. They can make, there might be teenagers or individuals might carry out mutilations for shock value or for hoaxing. There's also some speculation that government or military testing is performed on these cattle. Some speculate clandestine experiments like biological or radiation testing, but we don't know. These animals are used as test subjects and then dumped, possibly from the military. The more interesting explanations are the fringe theories. A big one is alien abductions. A long-standing theory is that extraterrestrials are conducting these experiments, as we see surgical precision and lack of tracks around the carcasses. Some documentaries state that aliens are studying cattle and analyzing their DNA since cattle are an accessible animal food source of humans. It could be that they are studying or maybe even altering cattle, which in turn has a major effect on humans who consume this as a food source. Also theorized is the Greada Treaty, supposedly signed in 1954 between the U.S. government and a group of gray aliens. The president at the time was Eisenhower, allowing a limited number of abductions of humans and cattle in exchange for advanced alien technology. So the aliens are coming here, taking humans and cattle for study, and supposedly we are getting advanced technology in return. There are so much strange, bizarre things happening with cattle mutilations. These high strangeness events are very common with a lot of these cattle mutilation incidences. For instance, radiation. There are reports that these cattle mutilations have been contaminated, which have these carcasses untouched by predators because of this contamination. Investigators have seen that the dead cattle have been exposed to radiation for some strange reason, right? Some UFO accounts claim that alien craft or energy weapons cause this radiation-like effect on the cattle's, the surrounding environment. And some signs of this radiation are of course, burnt grass or scorched earth near the mutilation sites, cattle organs removed with alleged laser-like precision, internal tissues cooked, suggesting microwave or radiation effects. strange parts of the cattle are being removed, like the eyes, parts of their mouth, certain organs within the body, and also additionally complete blood loss of the animal, which is hard to explain. Also, witnesses report illnesses or skin rashes after encountering mutilation sites. Another high strangeness about cattle mutilations are there are no tracks around the carcass. Show no sign of tracks around the dead cow, as if the animal was tractor beamed up and then dropped in the middle of a field. Hard to explain. Cattle mutilation cases are definitely bizarre, but in my opinion, I really believe aliens are involved with this phenomenon. Why are they doing it? I think the strongest argument is that aliens are studying this major food source of humans. Another explanation I've heard is that cows contain a certain enzyme or chemical that aliens need for consumption or other purposes. Here's what's interesting. If aliens are so secretive about abducting humans, why are they blatantly abducting and killing cattle? That is a super great question, one that strikes at the heart of the paradox within the UFO and alien conspiracy lore. If we accept the premise from the conspiracy framework that aliens are responsible for cattle mutilations, then yes, it does seem odd that cattle are found in public, mutilated, often in bizarrely overt ways. But when it comes to human abductions, that's usually performed in secret, and aliens try to leave like no physical trace of that happening. There are strange theories and logic behind this phenomenon. So maybe the aliens are performing some kind of psychological warfare. Maybe these aliens, or one of these races of aliens, intentionally leave cattle mutilations as a message or a form of psychological conditioning, essentially a warning or a test. So, cattle equals human property, and when you violate them, it's symbolic for these aliens that they're in control of us. The mutilations are grotesque but ambiguous, making it difficult for people to rally or prove anything. I think it's a way to desensitize humans to the idea of alien presence without revealing themselves directly. So that's one possibility. Maybe they're saying, we could do this to your food, your land, your property. Next, maybe you. Also, human abductions are higher risk to expose. I think aliens are avoiding to have blatant evidence of human abductions because, humans are more intelligent and they can talk, report details, spread panic. Cattle, on the other hand, are mute and expendable in terms of public reaction. A mutilated cow causes headlines, but a mutilated person sparks international crisis. This also matches with the idea that human abductions are kept covert, possibly involving memory wiping, missing time, or psychological manipulation to avoid exposure. Maybe the aliens are using cattle as a biological stand-in for humans to study. Maybe they're trying to see what the effects of environmental contaminants are. They're checking for DNA similarities. They're checking for diseases or pathogens spreading on Earth. So in that case, mutilations are a part of a clinical testing. They're not really trying to hide it because they don't care if we notice. And also, this ties in with the Greada Treaty theory that aliens were allegedly allowed to study animals and humans under secret agreements with the government, hoping to cover it up. So another possibility is they're testing this and they don't care if we find out or not. They're testing cattle, and who cares if we know or not what they do with the cattle? And they're expendable, right? From a critical thinking standpoint, cattle mutilations, they're real, but maybe it's really natural or criminal activity that is causing these cattle, meaning that humans are doing it or nature is doing it. So what's the conclusion about all this? I would say that cattle mutilations are one of the greatest mysteries associated with UFOs and aliens. It could be that aliens see lower life forms as unimportant and less care is taken when they analyze them and thus, kill them. It is a scary thought that they are so inhuman when dealing with these animals. But from a previous video, when I talked about the tall whites, these aliens had little care for dogs and cats, basically pets, since they were not of a higher intelligence. This is one difference between us and them that can be extrapolated from all this. And maybe that's what makes us so interesting to aliens in the first place. Action Hounds Unite.